Hi, welcome to Meeting of the Minds. We wanted you guys to get to know us. Yes. So we decided to have a little fun video where we ask each other 5 questions. The thing is that we don't know what the other person is going to ask. So Keisha has no idea what I have, come up with, and I have no idea what Keisha has come up with. So are you nervous?
I'm a little nervous about your questions because I don't know.
You should be nervous about my answers. That's what you need to be nervous about.
Oh my gosh.
I'm just playing. We'll make this work. All right, so let's get started, Keisha. I'll go first. Okay. My first question is, I'll start light.
Oh, God.
I'm just playing. Okay. If you could travel anywhere solo, where would it be and why? Not with your mama, not with bae, not with your, besties. By yourself.
If I could go anywhere by myself, I would probably want to go to Spain.
Okay.
I've always wanted to go to Spain for as long as I probably can remember.
Okay.
And I like to travel in groups, so that would be kind of like
that's why.
But if nobody else was down and I just had to go, I'd probably go to Spain.
Every trip, since I've known you, every trip you've always been with a larger group, and so I was like, I wonder if she would ever.
Because I'm a group setting kind of person. If I'm traveling, I like to travel in big groups. I like to go with a lot of people and do fun things because I feel like traveling is one thing that you can do in a group. You can't do everything in a group.
That's true.
But you can travel and sightsee and road trip
with
a good group. I mean, no less than 3, but or 2, I guess.
I'm the opposite. I'll go somewhere with a group.
Yeah.
And go missing.
Oh. Okay.
Not missing like you don't know where I am, but I'm not waiting on everybody to get ready. I have to do stuff on my own.
And I think I'm the opposite. I like to do things with the group, and I think that if you can, especially road trips, that's something fun to do in a group of 4 or 5, pile up in a car. I think that's fun. So,
it's fun, yeah.
Yeah,
for sure.
I would want to take myself to Spain.
Cool.
Yes.
That's a good choice. You need to make that happen.
Okay.
Yeah.
So my question for you is, what is your biggest motivation in life and why?
I've been on this journey recently where a lot of things have motivated me recently. I think the biggest motivation in life is leaving a legacy. Not necessarily I know the goal is to always, pass down some inheritance to some people and some, a house and, land and all that stuff. Sure. But I want to leave a legacy. I want to be able to any cousins or nieces or nephews or my godson. I want them to be able to my name means something. And so they have that to kind of bank on. Yeah. A lot of times in the Black community, we don't have that. Mm-hmm. We don't have those connections. Mm-hmm. And your last name,
wealth.
Right. Mm-hmm. And I think that starts with what I do. So the difference I make. So me being rich and me being wealthy, it's great. But I really think it's about leaving my mark in whatever I do. So.
Okay.
Yep.
Dope.
If you could meet any celebrity for dinner, dead or alive, who would it be? And what would you eat?
What would we eat?
Yeah. What would you eat?
Oh gosh. Okay. Dead or alive? Any celebrity. You really should have prepped me for these questions beforehand because I really just a celebrity.
Dead or alive though, you could pick your favorite person that you just want to have a conversation with, dinner combo with.
I already feel like I'm best girlfriends with all the people I would want to go to dinner with in my head. We've already been to dinner and this is what we talk about. So in my head,
that's a little psycho.
Maybe, okay. But in my head, I'm already good friends. I would probably like to.
Anybody you want to pick their brain? Just kind of anybody?
Yara Shahidi.
Okay.
Yara, she would be a really dope person to go to dinner with and just talk about life
That's
and
good.
what's going on in
She's
the media, pop culture, because she's
amazing.
so well versed on what's going on, and
amazing.
she's really.
I don't know how this girl is so young.
She's so young, but she's
And
so
yeah.
just woke.
No,
And I don't like woke.
I don't like that word.
I don't like woke, but she's
But
just.
she is.
She's woke. Like, she's really, I think, and for her age, I think she's really mature, and she'd be able to contribute to the conversation.
Yeah.
You know, I would have to have dinner with somebody that I felt like it wasn't just, girl, I saw you in the magazine. Who was the guy you was with? I would have to, like, have a real deep conversation with her. I feel like I could do that with her.
What are y'all eating?
What are we eating? We're probably going to like a Thai restaurant.
Okay.
And in my mind.
Okay.
So that's what I'm saying. Like, we've already had this conversation.
I get down with
in my
Thai.
mind.
I feel like Thai is a good first dinner place.
Yeah.
For like,
We go to a Thai restaurant.
You got vegan options. You got vegetarian options. You got meat options. Good. Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm cool with that.
All right. So my question for you is, what has inspired you to want to cook, and the type of meals that you prepare? Like, what inspired you to want to, like, chef it up out here?
Okay, so, all right. So, hopefully you watched the cooking video.
Yes, if you didn't, go watch that after this one.
Like it.
Yes.
Comment. Tell me what else you want me to come up with and cook. Cooking for me is the kitchen is my safe space. So, a lot of people go to the gym. A lot of people go to, like, be outside, you know, do those type of things to kind of clear their head. I clear my head in the kitchen. So I can cook, still have a dance party with my favorite album playing. I can talk to my best girlfriend on the phone. I can do it all and still cook. The whole thing for me is I don't like eating stuff out that I could have made at home. And so,
something to think about.
Yeah, so that has inspired me to kind of cook what I like. And you know how you go places and you have to alter? Like, you'll read the description and you'll be like, no olives and no onions and no this and no that. I can just go home and make it. And so, I don't know. It's really cool. Also, shout out to all the kids that watched public broadcasting in your area in Atlanta. It was GPB and PBS. Saturday mornings, we did not watch cartoons. We watched cooking shows. And I watched Julia Child's shows.
Okay.
Before Food Network was a thing.
Before it was a thing. Okay.
That's what I watched growing up. I did not watch cartoons. I watched cooking shows. And I realized that it's all in techniques. So you know how to make a good sauce. You know how to... The one thing I don't know how to do is bake. I'm working on that. But, yeah.
Yeah.
So that's why I love cooking.
Cool.
Yes. Let's get that one for right now. It's heavy. If you had a time machine, which time period would you travel to?
Time.
I used to want to be Barbara Walters when I was little, so questions are about that.
Oh, okay. Lil Barbara.
Lil Barbara.
All right, so if I could go back in time,
you go ahead too, but it's a time machine, so you can go back and go ahead. But what time period would it interest you? Keisha wanted prep, y'all.
because I have to think about these things, because, all right, for me, I would love to go back to the 20s.
Yes.
Because, you know, I'm so...
That's why okay. In all honesty, I asked this question because I already knew her answer was going to be the same answer as mine. We are a meeting of the minds for a reason. There are a lot of things that are different, but there are a lot of things that are the same. Okay, go ahead, because I'm excited.
So I would love to go back to the 20s because it was a time of, like, well, in my opinion, good fashions.
Yes.
You know, I love the classic conservative
Of course.
Of everyday life.
Mm-hmm.
And then
I like
of course, like,
secretive part of it all.
yeah, like, I like the rebellious side too, like prohibition and all that. Like living during that time would have been great.
Oh, yeah.
Going to clubs back then would have been like, cause now I mean,
would
now
you be like a bootlegger or something?
I might have been a bootlegger back in the 20s.
I feel like you would have not been a bootlegger.
I would have been the scared bootlegger, like for the girls only. Like I've got some.
Yeah.
You know, like
Ooh, that would be hilarious.
Yeah, I would love to. The hairstyles were like really cute to me.
Love a good wave.
And the little flip, you know, like a little French roll or something. I feel like I should have had a French roll at some point, and I think it passed me that time.
You could get your French roll now, girl.
I could.
Don't do it. Don't you do it.
I feel like I'd be pushing it. I'd be pushing the envelope. But yeah, the 20s, the arts at the time were booming, and poems and, you know, just everything.
That was the beginning of the literary, like the literary periods that I like. Like it was the beginning. Mm-hmm. You had a lot of poets coming up.
A lot of poets coming out, and I think that was a groundbreaking time in history. So I really think the 20s would have been my time travel destination.
I like that.
All right. And speaking of travel in time.
Wait, what?
If you could have one superpower, what would it be?
Oh, okay. I'm already a superhero. No, I'm stumped. Can you believe it? Okay. Okay. Probably. I want to say mind reading.
That's problematic, though.
It is.
Like, it's cool, but it's...
Wait, would I have to keep my superpower a secret? Yeah, I guess it is mind reading. Yeah. Okay. It would either be mind reading or like time travel because, or like teleport, like.
You want to tether?
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I did just see
Wrinkle in Time.
Wrinkle in Time. So maybe. I do think
you gotta pick one.
Okay, tethering, because like you said, reading minds would be really problematic. It would be like, I don't want to know everything you thinking all the time because I feel like I don't know if I can turn it off. But time traveling and tethering between, like, you know, this space and time and somewhere else space and time or spaces same time, I think that'd be dope. And I don't think I would go back and change anything though, because I do believe that you would alter. You could alter outcomes. Yeah. So I don't think you should be able to do that. Okay. But I may want to go back and experience stuff. So like we were talking about going back to the 20s or going back to the 60s. I may want to, you know what I'm saying, march, you know what I'm saying, in Selma or something and just be a part of that. But I don't necessarily feel like I want to alter anything. I think
you just like to experience it by time traveling.
That is correct.
Okay.
Yeah, because I like history, so I feel like that'd be dope.
I wish we could do that, like go back.
It would be so dope.
Yeah.
Yeah. Go back and till the time where you could just drink scotch 10 a.m.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I got to say dope. What type of, okay, this is like a 3-part. It's all tied together.
Oh, gosh.
What type of music genre is your favorite? What are you currently listening to? And what was the last album you listened to in its entirety? Because you know we don't listen to albums anymore. We like this.
No, you have a favorite song and that's it. Okay, so first question is, what's my favorite
music genre?
Okay. Favorite music genre is soca, dancehall, and reggae.
Really?
Yeah, I love.
That's dope.
I love reggae music.
That's dope.
So that's my favorite. I could listen to it for hours. That's just, it gets me going.
That's your Saturday morning music?
Yeah, really? Like if I need a good
pick
me up, or even when I am going out hanging out with friends, I do turn it on.
She is a whole different person. This girl is from where again? She's from South Carolina. They do this in South Carolina. Not the South Carolina I've been to, But
so that's
you're
my go-to.
I totally forgot about that.
Yeah. And then you said, what is the...
what are you currently listening to? Like, what's hot on the playlist right now? What's heavy rotation?
Believe it or not, I like that song. I like that song, New Freezer. Like, it's catchy. I don't know the words, but it's catchy. I like a catchy song. So that is probably on. It's on my Spotify.
It's heavy rotation right now. Do you listen to it in the car?
Mm-hmm.
Oh boy.
Yeah, I turned it up.
Oh.
It's something about that little beat. I like that little song. I'm sorry, I like that one. It's not it's
I'm sorry, I am dying of it.
I like it. Okay, so I listened to that, but I have a dance hall playlist. Like, so that's probably on the most, as far as like most listened to. Yeah, it's my dance hall playlist on Spotify.
Yeah.
And then the last album that I listened to in its entirety was Beyonce's Lemonade. I bought that one, and then listened to. It was a while ago, but that was the one that's probably one of the only albums that I listened. Recently listened to straight through.
Okay.
I can play all the songs in the
Yeah. Cool.
Yep.
Cool. You're next.
Okay, so if you could change your name to something else. What would you want to change your name to?
What? Like
you can't be Jaleesa anymore. You have to be somebody else.
Like a name.
Another name. And I would actually like to know a first, middle.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
Maybe last. I don't know. Maybe last name.
I would probably. Okay.
If you have a last name that you like.
Okay. So, all right, y'all. What kind of question? Okay. I honestly would want like a celebrity baby name. You know how they don't never make sense.
What?
So you know.
What?
No, you know how they never make sense.
They don't, but like you want to be named like.
Yeah, I mean, if I get a chance to change my name, then clearly I'm somebody. I told you I was gonna throw you off guard.
Orchid Camo Jackson.
Orchid Camo Jackson.
Why camo?
Cause I can be hit it.
Okay.
It's like you know, like private.
Cool. Orchid Camo Jackson.
Jackson is black.
Yep.
And
then with that name, they'll know you could have been part of the Jacksons. Like you could have been.
Yeah, I could have been one of them kids.
Yeah.
And orchid is my favorite plant. It's the most beautiful plant ever. So, yep. Final question from me. It's a two-part. It's not not that bad.
Okay.
What would you tell 6-year-old Keisha? And what would you tell 14-year-old Keisha?
Why 6 and 14?
Because I could have did 5 and 15, but that was too much like right.
Oh gosh.
I actually typed 5 and 15 and I was like, yeah, gotta be different.
Okay.
And 6 is bad. 5 you in kindergarten, 6 is first grade. Things are getting real in elementary school. 14, you in your teens now. It's conflicting time. Go ahead.
Okay. 6-year-old Keisha, I would tell her not to be so not bossy, but like to maybe
You tell a 6-year-old Keisha to chill out.
Like chill out.
You tell a 6-year-old to live a little. Is she not living? What were you doing at
Which
6?
I was gonna say 6 probably was running from like 6 to like 12. Between 6 and 12 years
Were you
old.
stressed?
I needed to chill out.
What
Like,
kind of
no, I wasn't stressed, but I was just really focused.
On
as a
what?
6-year-old. Like,
At 6?
believe me, my friends from back home will tell you, Keisha was intense. Like, I was really like, we need to be in this talent talent show, you guys.
Oh.
I'm making our t-shirts. Be at practice at my house at 4 o'clock.
Is why.
Don't be late.
This is
like,
why we weren't friends till we were
yes. But you probably would have done the same thing. So I'm
you
like,
might be right. I had to think about who I was.
Right.
You might be right.
The planner, and you would have been like,
oh yeah,
yeah, it's 4:01. These kids are late. We're starting without them. Like, that was me.
I would have did the whole play by myself.
Yes. So I probably would have told my younger self, like, just chill. It's cool to like just go to the park, and you don't have to win everything. You know,
that's right.
like chill. And so my 14-year-old self, I would probably say, it's 14. Where was I at 14?
High school.
Just starting high school. Just started high school. Okay, so 14, I would probably say to I was a really social kid, or it's a 14-year-old. I like talking to people and meeting people, but to probably be a little more selective with who you be friends with.
That's some good advice in high school.
Yeah, because starting high school, you're starting it out with your middle school friends or elementary school friends, or if you know, all continued at the same school.
That's fair.
But it's a time where like everybody's coming into like those teenage years, so it's like you want to hang out with everybody, you want to be friends with everybody. But I would probably say to be more selective with the people that you hang around, because those are the people who are going to really be your lifelong friends. Like, I did have my core group of friends, but I also hung out with that girl and this girl and this person, and we went with these guys to here, you know, like, just, I was really social in high school. So, and that's cool, but like, you know, kind of start to develop deeper relationships with your core. That way you can kind of maintain those relationships through college and adulthood versus, you know, being everywhere with everybody. You're not really making real friends like that. I mean, everybody, like, it's high school though, so of course at that time you're gonna, you know, want to be popular.
I think it's important for high schoolers to appreciate their friendships. I think that's a lot of where you're coming from too. Is like, you know, we don't appreciate our friends until we get grown and we need people. Like, that dude broke your heart. You need somebody to come up with some wine and some ice cream. You know, that's when you like, you are really here for me. But yeah, so.
Yeah, because friends I started with in high school, I'm still friends with now, but you know, and we've been riding it out for each other, which is great.
That's dope.
But all around, even with some of the selective people that I met, I would say to cultivate those friendships and probably to be a little more present in the friendship. Just, you know, not just calling to hang out or whatever, but just getting to know those people more versus just, you know, socially, all right, girl, see you next party, you know, like that.
Right.
So that'd be good to start at 14, understanding how to cultivate a friendship.
That's dope. That's dope. So, next question.
Have you ever been afraid of
Girl, have you met me? Sorry.
Well, the question is, have you ever been afraid of expressing yourself to a guy that you like? But I guess I'm going with that, with like expressing how you feel to the opposite sex. Have you been afraid to do that, and then how did you overcome it?
Okay. Expressing myself, like how I feel or who I am. Or both, I guess.
Yeah.
Yes. Cause yes. As an adult, yes.
I asked because Jaleesa's so like, well, this is what it is. This is who I am. And so he gonna have to take it. So I wonder if like if she's always been like that. Has it been a moment where it was like, the light, you know, went off and you like, okay.
I was not always like this.
Okay.
Like in life. You're right, that is how I am. That is exactly how I am. And for my friends that are watching this, you know that's how I am. I don't apologize for it. You're my friend because that's how I am. But I wasn't always like this. High school, middle school, some parts of college, the beginning, I was not always like, this is what I like, this is how I like it, this is this, this is this. With my family, I've always been that way because they're my family. What are they gonna do? Disown me? With relationships, like romantic relationships, I was never like this. Like up until 3 years ago? Yeah, 3. Ooh, yeah. 3 years ago.
3 good years ago.
3 good years ago. Had to think about where I was 3 years ago. 3 years ago, I will just say this, that my life changed. For the better. But it changed. And now I can honestly say, sometimes you wake up and you're not happy with the way that you're dealing with situations. And you've been feeling that way for a while, but you pushed it to the side because you got work, you got school, you got boo, you got family, you got all these other things to deal with. And I woke up one day in my apartment and I said, today is going to be the day that I don't want to not be myself in every aspect of my life. And that was the day that I cut my hair for the first time. So I had long hair forever, and I cut my hair for the first time. And I mean, I've been cutting.
It's still going.
It's still going. Watch videos later. But yeah, I woke up and that was the day. I'm not saying that like we are our hair and we're attached to our hair or anything like that, but that was just me. I woke up and I said, I don't really care what the world thinks of me anymore. And I did that. And then my romantic relationships changed after that because people started seeing me for who I was. Some people wanted to be on the boat when even they couldn't be on. They're not supposed to be on the boat. But still, it's been the best thing that's ever happened to me is me being that person you just described in every aspect of my life. So yes, it is hard to do that with the opposite sex. Mm-hmm. It is super, super hard. Because
I feel like as friends, like you can talk to your friends, you know, be yourself around
and be unapologetic about it.
Yeah. But sometimes the opposite sex or same sex or relationship, you know, it's hard to articulate how you feel and what you really want to get across in that moment.
And how things make you feel. Like, I think reactionary issues, like, I was bad with telling people, like, if you hurt me, if friends too, the only people I can do that with is my family, like my mom and them. But if people hurt my feelings, I couldn't say, you hurt my feelings when you did this. Mm-hmm. That was the hardest thing for me. Friends, relationship, it didn't matter. I mean, I was just walking around with some hurt feelings. But eventually I got to the point where I was like, all right, so listen, girl, this hurt me. Don't do this no more. You know, and
I couldn't imagine you holding back.
Could you? Like, really? Seriously?
I really don't know. I don't know the hold back, keep it in Jaleesa. So that would be interesting. Like, I think that's dope though.
She's always been in there. She just had to like, it was a mid-20 quarter life crisis thing, and I was just like, I ain't about to be this person no more. I'm about to be me, honey. Yes.
All right, guys. So that was our Q&A with each other.
Yes.
If there are some things that you would want to know that we didn't ask each other, didn't talk about, let us know in the comment section below. We love to keep the conversation going with you guys. So definitely email your questions, and maybe we can do another follow-up video.
That would be so dope.
Or leave it in the comment section, and then we'll just respond to you there.
Thank you.
See you next time.
Bye.